I think all the realtors I've worked with, man, it's been great because they can, I can tell them, but when other people are telling them things throughout the process to say, hey, yeah, this is how it is. This is what you need to do to make sure, you know, you can get through the loan process good. Don't do anything that can mess that up. Yeah. That's just one example of how having a realtor helps. But yeah, man, all the realtors I've worked with, it's been beneficial to help. Not every single person that comes to us works with a realtor.
Right.
But yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt.
I didn't mean it like right or wrong or good, bad or indifferent. I just think there's different avenues to get in there, right? And just like you said, you know, if you know, you have your same conversations, but like with me, if I have a client, I want to make sure that they're protected. Like, don't do this, don't do this. Yeah, it's totally fine. It's I guess it's like a reassurance.
For sure.
You know, if I have an actual client, or instead they walk and then they meet you, it's like stranger. I have to build the trust. I have to listen to this conversation. Is really what he's saying true? Like the gentleman I was referring to, he's like, this is too good to be true. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you that I like brought this to you. I don't know. Like, it's hard to believe that I know that I brought you exactly what you're looking for on the very first try. Doesn't happen every time, but
no, imagine not. No.
You know, if realtors, you know, have a client they bring to the new construction. Me personally, I have found when I do work with builders, it's kind of like an attorney and an attorney talking. Like there's a little bit more of an efficiency there, and sometimes I can get some stuff out of the builder that we can leverage, right? Whereas if you have somebody that doesn't have an agent, well, you know, sticker price, MSRP, and sign right here. It's still a great deal, but could an agent put some sprinkles on top? You know what I mean? Especially, I mean, it's relationship business and people business, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, because if you have a great relationship with great people, it's like, you know, we can all win and win big and win even more so, man.
Absolutely.
You know, because builder reps, you know, you work for the builder, right? You don't necessarily represent the buyer. You're still going to take care of them because you're a great company, great person. Yeah. But, you know, generally, you know, when I have a client, I want to make sure they're getting as much as we can out of that lemon, right? And, you know, it is what it is. There's a kind of a misconception out there. You're always going to get a great deal when you go new construction. Like I can get whatever I want, and that's not necessarily the case. It's still a process. You know, there's still some sort of, well, yeah, you can have that, but I won't have it until June or July. Yeah. And you guys find that, you know, when they say, "Oh, I can get in early. Can I get it for this price?" You ever have conversations like that with folks?
If they get in early, that's what you're saying. Yeah. When we say early, what do you mean?
Like I see that I want that lot, and I want to move in the end of summer, July, August timeframe, but I'm getting in early. You know.
Yeah, what I've seen most of the time, we a lot of the incentives we have are just kind of month to month, and so you know, especially the lower interest rates, when we know when this house can close and the loan could be completed, we can lock in that rate. We couldn't lock in a rate for more than a few months out, just, you know, because we just tie a lot to that, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, if they lock in the 399 now, and let's say July, August, you guys aren't offering that anymore. Yeah. Well, they've locked in the 399 a few months ago. So yeah. Do they get to customize some stuff? Like if they want different, not like a custom luxury build, but you know, hey, we're going to put this tile in. Can they pick it if it hasn't already been ordered?
And it depends on the neighborhood, which series we're building and all that. But yeah, if they do pick one that's early enough out, yeah, they could. There's a certain amount of options they give us. Yeah, and like where I'm at, they could pick tile instead of the vinyl flooring.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's just a set option. There's a set price, and so they make it really simple for us. Yeah. Really, because we are, you know, we're attacking that $200,000 to $300,000 buyer. That's what we do. We don't, like you said, we don't do custom homes. Some people ask me sometimes, and I'm like, sorry, I can't help you with that. I just, that's not what I do.
Well, remember, getting into the home, I mean, a lot of times if it's first, second, third, even if it's first, second, third, you know, that first home is not the forever home. You know, the new build, sometimes you want to be in an HOA because you got kids, you want the community, you want the amenities, you want the location. Yeah. And times change, right? So you can eventually sell that thing. But what do you think the biggest misconception is, like, as far as getting into a new build and then like a year later, they're like, I should have asked this, or I should have done this?
Interesting. That's a good question. I think with the new build, it comes the maintenance of the home. That's one thing I think of. And I think, and you could probably speak on this more so than I could about, if someone is wanting to be in a home for 5-10 years, they have a family and whatnot, that's why it's better to buy a home than to rent.
Right.
Sometimes people are looking for a house for 6 months or a year and they're looking to rent. They, it just might not be the time for them to buy.
Right.
And so, I think we were talking about this earlier. What do you think about that? Because like the first few years, it takes a few years to get the equity.
Yeah. I mean, I would say one thing to consider is if you are getting into new construction, there's two big things: is location, right? Location. You take one of your new builds in Denton and you drop it in the heart of Dallas, the price is going to go up just a little bit, right?
Just a lot of it.
And so if you're good
Yeah.
with living in Denton and you happen to work in, Justin, or, you work in some cities that are close, or Fort Worth, take 35 down and you're in Fort Worth, or you don't mind the drive, And the other thing is the equity. If you're going to get into a new build, you got to understand 5 to 7 years is really when you can kind of cash in on that equity.
Yeah.
And because I'll be competing with you. If I go to sell someone's home after they lived in it for 2 years, I'll be competing with you and those those incentives and that interest rate, right?
Yeah.
And why would someone get into a home that's 2 years old? But Matthew over here has got a brand spanking new one, and I can get you in. I can give you better incentives than Jeremy, so why buy from him? So it's tough. I mean, so like with your community, what is it, like 50% done, or?
So we're about, where are we at? We're about, I'd say 15 to 20% done. Actually,
it's brand new.
Yeah, we're about 100 houses in. Okay. And we have, I think, 596 or so that we're going to be building there when we're finished out. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to take, you guys build, 100 homes a year? 50 to 100 homes a year?
Yeah, we started there last April, so we built about 100. Okay. I think we've closed 80 or 90 so far. Yeah. But yeah, about 100.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of equates with the math of 5 to 7 years. That's when the builder's going to be out of there. And now you've got a community that's not competing with the great interest rate and great incentives, right? Yeah. So that's one thing I would recommend getting into new construction. Just know that, let's not say that's not possible. There's a client of mine that she got in Mesquite, new build 2 years ago, 425, and the homes are now selling for 550. And I'm like, oh my God, like you must have had something amazing happen. Yeah. And
that's the beauty of it, man. That's the beauty of getting in a new home compared to renting.
Oh yeah. I mean,
amazing.
I rented for 14 years, 15 years, and I regretted it, but I just never thought I was going to own a home. So like people that are in that mindset, when they go to get qualified with a new construction home, are there any, minimums? Because I was just talking about the VA home loans, and there are some minimums, just like anything else. But people might not think that they're qualified. Have you run into that where like, yeah, you are. Yeah, I can get you into this home, and you are.
I've had some people that seemed really cool and calm the whole time, and I was writing the contract up, and not even like get the pre-qualification back on the email saying they're good to go, and they're just like, and it kind of opened my eyes because I was like, wow, people don't always show that they're thinking that in the back of their head. They don't realize they can qualify. Then they qualify for like way more than the house really was, and I'm like, yeah.
You pre-qualify for 400, but I'm only going to sell it to you for 3. Like, you're way more qualified. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I think as a realtor, when I do bring clients to new construction, I'm trying to advise them, just let them understand, like, you're getting a new roof, you're getting a new HVAC, you're getting new everything. Yeah. And really the questions that could be asked are, like, already answered. Like, it's new everything. Yeah. And now it just depends on the design. Do you like the format? Do you want the primary on the first floor, second floor? Because that's the beauty of like being in one community. It's like I've got this design, I've got this design, and I've got this design, all within walking distance or a short drive. You don't have to drive from Euless to Cedar Hill to Waxahachie to see different formats. It's all in the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, we can walk a floor plan in Denton, and I could say we're building this in Justin, same floor plan. Might be a few minor adjustments, but like the bones of the house are the same, and that's what is nice about it. You can show things in certain places, and then they know it's going to be there. And our trades are good at doing that. I mean, they don't do them blindfolded, but when you get the same workers that can build the same house, they do get better and better at it. Oh yeah. And one thing I was thinking of too, when you mentioned about taking a house in Denton, and then if you dropped it here in Dallas, it'd be much more like sometimes people. they see the price of something that's a little further out, and they might think like they're missing something, like it's too good to be true. But really, it's just the land can be a little more affordable out that way. And so that's really the way we're going. And when we come and we build, the communities really come around that, because we will build quite a few homes.
I mean, you guys probably do studies on traffic, on what's coming up, like what commercial buildings, what HEB is getting put in, down the road. I mean, this is talking 3 to 5 year growth, and you guys are, let me get ahead of this. Yeah. But can you guys do the roads first? You guys build the roads first, get with the cities and do the roads first, and then build a community.
I'm gonna have to further my career in the Department of Transportation.
I know. Those conversations happen way above us. We're just begging for 80 to get fixed. I mean, I would definitely say, man, I mean, new construction is like such a good opportunity for anybody really to get in what I call the house party. I mean, getting into the house party. Back in the day, we used to pay $5 to get in. Like someone's house party, someone's parents are out of town, you pay the $5 and you're in. Yeah. Here, you drop, whatever earnest money it may be, which I don't think we really touched on it. It's a lot. It'll be a lot less. For that gentleman, it was $1,500 earnest money, and the house would have been his. Wow. And it's the same earnest money for the house we're going to get him. But a lot of times with pre-owned, it's 1% of the sale. Yeah,
it's a percentage. It's not just a set amount. Yeah.
Yeah. So $300,000 home, they have to drop, $3,000 for the earnest money. Yeah. And if your closing costs are getting taken care of, and you just need to take care of taxes and insurance, I mean, there's not a lot that you really need to save to get into the party. Yeah. And it really is, it's a great opportunity for buyers. Yeah. It really is. Now it just comes down to design and location, and trusting that this is real. Like, it's not wool over your head. This is a real opportunity. And you guys are really making an impact on DFW. You really are. I mean, one of the biggest builders. I know you're busy, and so I mean, I'll let you close out on this, man. I mean, just talk to me about like you and kind of what you want to accomplish anytime someone comes in your office. Where's your office located, and that way, people can come to you, come to Matthew and Denton. Yeah, the Matthew Horton.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna call you first, but yeah, man, I am. So yeah, I said earlier I was in construction for 7 years, and so I built over 250 to 275 homes. So I learned a lot in those years about what I'm selling. And I actually was, when I was a superintendent, man, the salespeople would be busy. And one thing that my second cousin DR really instilled in my dad and in me was, like, you're never too busy to go talk to a customer. And so the salespeople would be busy, and I would go and greet some people that were like sitting waiting in the model home. And then I would go out and show them the houses I was building, and I would sell it. And I'm like, man, I think I could be doing this.
I think I could do this, right?
Yeah, I would just bring them to the salespeople. And I'm not going to say it happened all the time, but I'd be like, hey, I think they want this house. And then they were like, oh, okay. Yeah. And so I would build it for them. And so, but yeah, man, I'm in Denton, and, I would just advise people to keep me and Jeremy as an option, because, we really are. This is one thing a mentor says that has stuck with me, is like, I'm selling for people, I'm not selling to them, right? So we, like, what you and I sell, it's not for everybody, but for the people it is. They're going to get returns on it if they stay in the home and they're ready for home ownership, and like, they're only going to get further returns. And hopefully by that time, their family or they themselves are going to come back and buy a second or third home. I've had a lot of people that have bought a home from us in Florida that are moving to Texas, and they wanted to buy a home from us because we took good care of them there. Yeah. So,
no, I like that. You're selling for people, not to people, right? And I just said this the other day. We're not in the sales business. We're in the people business. We are salesmen. Yes. Yeah, we're in the people business.
Yeah, and people can tell when you're trying to sell to them. They don't like that. But
I call that commission breath.
Yeah, no one likes that, man. No one wants that.
Nobody wants that. No, I mean, we want to ultimately help. That's ultimately my job too. Is my goal. Is what's why I became a realtor. Is just ultimately helping people get to where they want to go. And you're right. There might be some people that are not ready to buy, and it's okay. But I think ultimately having that conversation, and conversations like this are, productive. People on a bigger scale outside of real estate, people forgot how to talk to people and have good even if you disagree, you want to have a agreeable conversation.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's okay. Perfect. And I really do appreciate you coming, man. And I know you said you're from Denton, so we kind of met in the middle. You know, I'm in the Rockwall Terrell area,
Yeah.
and so my drive over here was probably a little bit better than yours. You know, but we still had some Dallas traffic. So
Yeah, man, I went too far. And you said that, you know, you want to help people, and I know that. I wanted to acknowledge this too. You serving the country, man. Like that says a lot. We appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
and
of course.
That's the ultimate service. So
yeah,
I wanted to honor you for that, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Well, again, thank you for coming. Hope it was educational for anybody, and you know, it'd be interesting to see, you know, kind of what people's take is, man. So thank you again.
Absolutely, man. Good to see you.
Yeah.